Hey guys, Vol here again, bringing you another audio commentary. This one is between Mondragon and Coldfire. I've got Mondragon as the white Zerg at the top left of Longinus. The map is Longinus, and Coldfire is the orange Terran down the bottom. Now, I do think this replay is from the TSL. I definitely know that Mondragon is in the TSL. I'm not sure about Coldfire. He doesn't have a TSL marker next to his nick, but I think I picked this replay up for the TSL, so I'm assuming it is. Regardless, it's a game played on Mondragon's account on iCup, so pretty sure it would have contributed. We've got Coldfire coming out now and actually building a supply depot straight away in this choke, and it's a really common thing to do on this map. Just because you can, it really allows a early expansion straight away, and really allows you to bring the command center in before you even get a marine, which can be quite good. Really speeds up the process. On the other hand, though, Mondragon's sent a overlord down, scouting in the right direction. He'll be able to hang his overlord just above the cliff, next to where Coldfire is going for his expansion, and he'll be able to scout that and respond accordingly. Now, we've got a drone going out. I think that's because Mondragon's not quite aware that Coldfire is at the position yet. He sent his overlord that way but hasn't scouted yet, and he just wants to scout out with a drone to make sure he knows where Coldfire is. In the meantime, sending a second drone to his natural to get an expansion, so nothing sneaky by either player. It looks like we're going to be seeing quite a macro management intensive game. Both the scouts seeing each other and just realizing that neither player is at that location over there at the 3 o'clock. And with the barracks going down, we've got a nice wall in there. It's quite well spaced. I quite like that. Just leaving a gap there for that second supply depot to come in right there. So everything's nicely walled up. That's the thing about building Terran walls on maps like this, is that if you get the wrong start location, unfortunately you have to build your barracks in an annoying position where the Marines appear at the bottom side of the barracks when they are spawned. For example, if Terran gets the start location that Mondragon's in at the moment, if Terran gets the 10 o'clock up there or the 11 o'clock, and the Terran player tries to put a barracks in the choke, it's just a bit difficult to space it out, and sometimes you have to go for the secondary, well, the innermost choke, preventing Zerglings from coming into your main base, but not getting the natural expansion as well, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, as you saw there, Coldfire put down a command center before building his first marine, so it's quite fast. One thing that I see Terran players occasionally do on this map is to actually fake the fast expansion by walling in like that and putting in the supply depots and the barracks first, and then just adding a couple more barracks before command center and going for an all-out rush. But it's quite hard to do, especially when Mondragon's got that overlord in that position, because if he sees that there's no command center there for ages, even though Terran has walled in and given himself the opportunity to, he'll know that there's a massive rush coming. So it's just quite hard to work. If there was a way of maybe taking out the overlord a little bit quicker, then it's possible that you'd see that a bit more often, but not in this case. Anyways, going for a quick engineering bay, and I think that's not a bad idea. I think if you're expecting mutalisks, which could definitely be a possibility given Mondragon's build order there, then having +1 weapons is really good, and getting the engineering bay at that point in time is definitely not a bad idea, especially if you're safe behind that wall. There's no rush coming in. You can easily sort of hold off for long enough and delay the building of more barracks, and there's the second one there, delay the building of more of them for a while. You can get away with it, so it's not a bad idea. Both players really just not pulling out anything aggressive. It looks like the game is just going to be stalled until we see some real late tech units. Got Lair going down now, only one sunken colony. Pretty standard play there by Mondragon. He just knows that he's not going to be under attack anytime soon. Excuse me. It's just becoming winter time here in New Zealand, so everybody's getting a cold. Alright, second barracks gone down. I think he'll be moving into a third barracks soon if he's pretty sure that Mondragon's going to be using mutalisks against him, but we'll have to see. Definitely haven't seen a Hydrolist Den just yet, but definitely going. Yeah, here's the lair there. So yeah, and there's the spire. Oh no, it's an evolution chamber, and then a spire. So this is fairly typical Mondragon stuff. I used to see this a lot from the last couple of not the last couple of, but I think the last MSL when we saw Savior doing various Zerg versus Terran builds. He really likes the well, it's not just Saber that's doing it. I think it's a bit of a Zerg trend that's sort of been going on for the last few months, where the Zerg player goes for Mutalisks, but with an Evolution Chamber at the same time, and then goes for the expansion, and possibly 2 expansions, and then just goes straight for Ultralisks, or maybe Guardians, or something like that. And it's quite a deadly strategy, because it only gives Terrans really one window of opportunity to stop that, and that's right after the Mutalisk harass. You've got to time a catastrophic push with tanks and science vessels, and just take the Terran's main base out before he can build any large amount of Ultralisks up, shall we say. There's the late creep colonies going down. I don't think he'll even need them. Just not a lot of forces on the ground here for Terran player, and he's just really building his economy up. Both players are, and I probably would say this is the right way to go for the Terran player to actually counter that kind of Zerg strat. I mean, he's building up his forces. He if he macros correctly, he should have quite a decent number of units for that push, and he can actually hopefully shut down Mondragon before the Ultralisks or the high-tech units show up. Got missile turrets going down in what I feel is the nick of time. Just scouting out to make sure he hasn't expanded over there. I think the first place you want to scout for Zerg expansions on a map like this is the island, well, the hill locations where there's a double gas, and the Mutalisks are out now. So I think the SFV is heading that way, but that is indeed where Mondragon looks to be expanding. If I check the minimap, he's going for the double gas, and that's really the best way to support your builder, or if you're going straight for hive tech units. So this map really helps Zerg out in that respect. Mutalisks moving in now. I'm not sure if he's got enough Mutalisks to begin the attack. Yeah, it looks like he's got a bunch, maybe half a dozen, and yeah, more on the way. But he's really just, neither player is under pressure from each other, and that's what is making this game kind of interesting at the moment. It's quite, yeah, it's a bit subtle at the moment, because we haven't even seen a single piece of action so far, I don't think. And that will change shortly, I feel, but at the moment, both players just really sort of playing a strategic game of, your ball, the ball is in your court, and so on. But honestly, guys, I cannot tell you how this is gonna play out in the next few minutes. We've got the Mutalisks coming in now, but they're not able to do anything damage-wise to Coldfire's economy, and Coldfire's got plenty of economy minerals backing up his production at this stage, and he's got a lot of Marines, and soon he's going to be going for that push, I think. If this Mutalisk harass fails to really keep Coldfire in his base, then Mondragon's going to have a bit of trouble outside of his door. And I like that, using the scanner sweep, just take out the Mutalisks as they're over the cliff. I think that's a good tactic. If you're a Terran player and you're constantly assaulted by these Mutalisks which are flying over the cliffs and you can't shoot them, really, if you've got a lot of scanner energy saved up, I really recommend using just a couple of sweeps every so often, just to help your Marines shoot away the Mutalisks when they're doing that kind of tactic, because it can help and it can score you a couple of kills. And there, as expected, Mondragon's put down the Queen's Nest, so instead of going Hydralisk Den and building lurkers and trying to take control of the map, instead he's just going straight for Hive, and he's just really counting on the fact that he can stop this push from building up any momentum and doing some serious damage and knocking him out. And if he can manage to do that, I mean, he's trying very hard, but I think he's taking a lot of damage there with the Mutalisks, and I'm not really feeling very optimistic about Mondragon's game at this point. It's actually looking quite threatening for him, the possibility of Coldfire actually walking all over him once his army builds up beyond the size it is now. I've got a Hive going now, so this is really a period of time where Mondragon can't build up too big of an army, because he's saving up for Ultralisks or Defilers or whichever. And now the push is coming out. He's probably got ready for those Mutalisks, already on +2 weapons, on the way to +2 weapons. He's already got +1, as we saw from the beginning. But this push is headed straight for Mondragon's main, and it looks like it's big enough to take it out. So Mondragon could actually be in some trouble here. I don't know how he will respond to this. Maybe trying to put in a counterattack at Coldfire's own base, but I don't think it's going to work, because Coldfire's got a big economy, and he's going to be able to reinforce himself pretty quick and block that door. So Siege Tank's coming down now at the front door for Mondragon, and this doesn't look too rosy for Zerg. Mondragon pulling his forces back now, but if he attacks straight away, it looks like he's not going to have enough to take out that group, because Terran has got a lot of troops on the ground. He's got 4 siege tanks and a vessel, so this is some heavy firepower putting in. A lot of mutalisks, so he is building up a lot of mutalisks, and he's got his Zerglings there. I'm just not sure if he's going to be able to take that group out in one go. It's just going to be a tough fight, and I feel like this game is going to come down to one fight. Oh my god, Coldfire actually attacking now, but I think this is a mistake. Because Mondragon's waiting for him with a flank, and Mutalisks pouring in now. Oh, I don't know if that was the wise thing to do. I think he should have kept as he was and kept shelling